Hi guys, another vacuum cleaner from the bag of stuff that my daughter gave me to look at. This one's a Shark. I've got it plugged in at the moment and nothing's happening. So I would guess the first thing to do will be check the plug, see if the fuse is blown. Where's my meter? Okay, on the continuity setting. Okay, so if we go across the fuse is okay, so it's not the fuse. Let's have a look. I've got nothing across the live and neutral. I would have expected to see something there. Nothing to earth. Nothing to earth. Okay, so that means we've got to try and take it apart. When I started looking at these, I was saying it was the Dyson that was an awkward one to take apart, but actually I think it's this one, because they've used what do we call those? Well, star screws, the ones with a little dimple in the middle. Right, I'll see what I've got. Well, these should be the right ones. Smaller than that. Well, that one looks a bit chewed up. I reckon it might have been that one before it got chewed up. That'd be about right, wouldn't it? I do have some more somewhere. Right, well, this good old Poundland set has got the right size, but they haven't got the hole up the middle. But that was still good enough for me to actually get in there and undo the first one. Okay, well, that wasn't particularly helpful. Two more there. I think that's as far as we're going to get. I have to drill them out, I think. I must have another set somewhere. I'll have a little look around. Well, that got interesting. Gave me a chance to try one of the tools that I've never used. A screw removing tool. Basically what it does is it digs into the head of the screw and you run it in reverse direction anyway. So it actually dug into the top of the screw and I was able to get it out. It didn't do it very well, but it did it. The others I managed to get out with what I had. That was that one. Basically, I'm having trouble finding my way in. I don't know what's all tucked in there. I'll have a look. I'll see if I can get that one out. Then we should be able to get the cable out. Then we'll be able to see what that is all tucked up in there. And eventually, we'll find a way of getting in here. But I just thought I'd show those. Can't remember where I bought them. Probably Lidl. Work zone. Don't know. Park zone is what. Is it park? Oh, I can't remember. I don't think that's Lidl. Anyway, we will carry on. Right, this was tucked in the handle there. That looks like, oh, I can see what it is. It's just crimp connectors. Sealed up in some little foam container. But yeah, that's just, so we got brown and blue coming in from the power cable, which are then extended. Brown goes to brown up in there somewhere. Blue goes to blue up in there somewhere, also connected to another blue going up in there, and two thin blues going up here somewhere. And then we've got a yellow going all the way down there. We've got a black coming up from down there. So I'll just put a meter on the brown and blue and check there's no disconnection in the main cable coming in. Right, we're on the continuity setting. Okay. So we're on the live, which is the brown. That's okay. On the neutral, which is the blue. Yeah, that's okay. So, the cable's okay. We'll now see if we can get any more of this apart. Get in a bit further. Right, this bit seems to be unclipping fairly easily. I expect we'll still break it, but it's unclipping. Oh, that was supposed to unclip. That's what it's designed for. So we can get to the filters. Well, I thought I was being clever, but no, that was it. Okay, got a rubber seal around there falling apart, but that's no big deal. Ah, right, now I can see we got more screws in there of those screws that I don't have the right screw bit for, drill bit. It might pay me to get the proper drill bits, I keep saying that, screwdriver bits, and I just can't find, I'm absolutely sure that I do have a set of the right type there. But I can't find them at the moment. Or I could just drill them out, because we're not actually looking to repair this one. Although I don't know what's wrong with it, and it would be nice to know what was wrong with it before we give up on it. Back again. This bit here is the right bit from this set that I've got, but because it's been abused, the end of it was actually worn away. So what I've done is I've actually ground it down past where it was worn away, so we've now got the teeth in the right place again, but we've still got a problem because that is too short to actually get down in there. What I can do is I can put it down there, line it up with the head of the screw, and then get this just on the end, enough to be able to undo it. But it's making life difficult, so I have actually gone on eBay and ordered myself a set of these with longer shafts, which will be here in 3 days, but I'll probably carry on and try and do it like this anyway. Well, it's beginning to get dark now, but I did have another little go. I managed to get this off, not in one piece. Those pegs there have snapped off. I do remember I did watch a video about a guy talking about these shark things. That it's a bit like taking a phone apart nowadays. It's all clipped together bits, and then they're all hiding more screws. I did drill out the ones that I couldn't get to in the end, but that doesn't help because I've got to undo all these as well. I suppose I could drill them out as well. I lose nothing because this is a one-way trip for this fella. I won't be trying to repair it. You can see I've got some progress getting it apart, but I do need to get these undone as well. Yeah, I get impatient. I use the screw removal tool to remove those 4. And there's 2 more up in there. Don't know if I can get to them. I drilled those 2 straight through, but there's 2 more in there, and I've got nothing that's going to go down in there and reach them until the ones that I've ordered arrive, or I just break it. I mean, the point is, I am just ripping it apart. What I really want to do is see the motor at this end. We're not going to be fixing anything. Although, having said that, it would be really silly if it was something like one of these switches was dead. I don't suppose we can just get the switches out on their own. And the answer is no, I don't think so. if I can find a link to the video that I watched, and it was a long time ago. I say a long time ago, it was probably last year sometime, when my daughter asked me about this particular vacuum cleaner. And I looked it up, and so say the guy was saying how ridiculously difficult they are to try and maintain them because everything breaks when you try and get it apart, which is exactly what I'm finding. That everything, all the little plastic clips and that, are all breaking. Right, I took so long doing this teardown, my wireless microphone has died, so this is a voiceover. I was having a look under the edge of the handle there just to see if there are any screws hidden under the foam, but there isn't. We'll see in a minute that the screws are actually underneath those buttons. Should have tried this earlier. Yeah, the caps come off those buttons, and once we get underneath, we find we've got some more screws that hold the circuit board in place. Obviously this is a voiceover again because the wireless microphone had died, so you can't hear all the satisfying clicks and bangs as I crack through the plastic. There we are, a couple of screws there, and that's the LEDs there we can see. If we lever those off, there we go. And yes, two more screws. And if I'd have known that right at the beginning, I could probably have got those out, and we could have done some more electronic testing at that point, straight onto the circuit board. Too late now. There we go, lifts out nicely, and there's all the electronics. So as I say, we could have done some electronic testing at this point. A little bit late now. I will just check. Oh, those are the plastic pillars that I broke trying to get things apart. Yeah, we could just check. There is a fuse just where my thumb was then. So we'll do that in a minute. I'm just talking about there's a few more screws there, and then we can get to the motor, which is underneath that filter cover. Yeah, getting a bit lazy there. Didn't even bother trying to unscrew that one. Motor is well packed with dust. I'm not entirely sure what sort of motor it is, whether it's DC or AC. I'm assuming it's AC. Although it's possible some of those electronics on that board convert the AC to DC. Yeah, where the yellow and blue wires are, that's where there's a fuse. We'll just test that fuse. I'll put my meter across it for continuity. And yes, fuse is okay. That's about it really at this end. We've got another little circuit board there for some purpose. That's in line with the wires that go right down to the end, that obviously are connected to the pipe that goes down to the whatever we call the head that goes on the other end. So I expect that's got a motor in it to make it beat or something. That's really about it. I've just noticed my wireless microphone had stopped recording, so we've probably got a voiceover on video up until now. That's the motor. I've taken it out, and just because I can, I've tried a 3S LiPo battery on it and nothing happens. I mean, I'm assuming it's an AC motor anyway, but yeah. So, is that any use? Well, we got some windings on it, potentially. In the old days, I'd have talked about taking the copper off it, but I think it's all going in the recycling. At least we saw where the screws were hidden. So if somebody else wanted to take it apart, they'd have some idea where to start. I'm just tidying everything away now, and I have just spotted 2 more screws. Let's put the light on. Oh, battery level's too low to put the light on. Oh well. It's been a long day. There are 2 more screws in there to get that piece off. I think that's covered all the screws now. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.